Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are carrying on with the three-part series where we're talking about making passive income in crypto. Who doesn't love making passive income in crypto? I think we all do. Today it's going to be an intermediate guide, so it's going to be a little bit more complex than what we had in the beginner stuff, but it's still not super complex, which we'll have in the next video. So as always, let's get straight to it. So I thought today the best thing to do would be to just show you again a few different techniques, just like what I did in the beginners video, where you can deposit your assets and earn passive income, because that's what we're here to do. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you DeFi Kingdoms. Now, I have talked about DeFi Kingdoms in another video on my channel. The video was to do with the DeFi gaming and Harmony, but this is DeFi Kingdoms. I'm just going to swap my wallet for a second. And yeah, you can just go on it just by typing it on Google, and you can just click play. So DeFi Kingdoms, what is it? It's a game, but it also has a lot of DeFi aspects to it. So essentially it's a DeFi game. And how can you actually earn passive income in this game? Well, they have their token for the game that's used for various different missions and quests and things like that. It's called the Jewel token. And the way that you actually earn income from it is by going to this section over here, going to the seed box, and providing liquidity. Now, if you don't know what providing liquidity is, it's really important. Yield farming is the whole concept. And if you don't know what it is, definitely go and watch the video on my channel. Again, I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can definitely watch that out. But once you kind of understand the concept of yield farming and liquidity providing, well, you can come here and you can provide liquidity for assets like Jewel and One. Where you can currently earn 522% a year. And I've been farming this for a long time now, and it does pay very nicely. Now, some of the rewards that you do get, as you can see, some of my rewards since I last claimed are locked, meaning I can't access them until a future date. But I mean, as long as Jewel still maintains its price, then, you know, you're still earning a very nice reward there. Now, it's not just Jewel and One. You can pair up Jewel with multiple other tokens, you know, and it doesn't even have to be Jewel. You know, Harmony One against USDC, you can earn 183% a year on that, which is pretty insane. So yeah, this is the first method. It's providing liquidity on high APR farms like DeFi Kingdoms. Now, of course, there are risks with them. If One or Jewel go down in price, well, that's going to affect your position. If one of them changes in price significantly, well, you might suffer from something called impermanent loss, which I might make a video about in the near future. So there are definitely risks that come with something like this. But DeFi Kingdoms has been around for a long time. It's got $1 billion in total value locked as well. I mean, it's something that's not going to go away, if that makes sense. Of course, these protocols, you have to check that they've been audited properly, because these are just run on code. And at the end of the day, something going wrong with the code can mean you don't have access to your funds anymore. So yeah, there are risks, and it's really important that you study them in detail and understand them before going into something like this, which is why it's not a beginner strategy. It's why it's in the intermediate category, because it's relatively easy to set up. But again, there's more things going on here. So this is just the first one that I wanted to show you. The next thing I'm going to show you is by going on to a platform called Beefy Finance. So let's refresh the page here. Let's go to the Phantom Network. So Beefy Finance, what is it? Well, it's an auto compounder. And again, essentially it's the same thing. You provide liquidity and get rewarded for doing so. The difference here is that, well, in DeFi Kingdoms, you have to kind of claim your rewards, and then you can kind of sell your rewards, or you can do whatever you want with them. Over here, what happens is the protocol, Beefy Finance, will automatically sell the rewards that you're going to get and add it to your position already. So you're kind of just building and building, compounding your position that you start off with. And so that's why your actual rewards can be significantly higher. Now, there are some really interesting pools that you should look at when you're getting to this stage, and that are things like stablecoin pools, where the assets don't change in price, but you can still earn passive income against the trades that go against those assets. And that means that your impermanent loss risk is pretty much zero. So looking here, earning 20%, 21% on stablecoins, which don't change in price. You know, the market tomorrow could crash 90%, but your stablecoin will still be worth, you know, one USDC will still be worth $1. Earning some passive income on that is really nice. And the good thing is you don't even have to do anything. You don't have to claim your rewards. You can just sit and sleep, and this will continuously auto compound over time. And there's a variety of different ones here. I mean, I don't know what this is exactly, but this looks like a USDC pool where you're earning 28%. That's pretty cool. I mean, even MIM, Magic Internet Money, which we'll talk about soon as well, 22% on a stable coin. Very good passive income here. And again, you can at times make more from this than things like on Anchor, which I showed you in the beginner video. So definitely look. I mean, you might find some assets that you're quite bullish on and you might want to farm with them. For example, AVAX and Phantom. If that's something you're interested in, well, yeah, you can earn a nice yield here as well. So definitely check out Beefy. Again, these are just a few different ideas. In DeFi, there's hundreds, if not thousands of potential farms or potential applications that you can use. But these are just two that I'm showing you. Again, do your own research. None of this is financial advice. This is purely just for education so you can learn about making passive income in crypto. The other thing that I wanted to show you now is similar to what I showed you in the previous video where we talked about providing liquidity for assets that you're bullish on, but kind of the same sort of assets. So we talked about Luna and B-Luna, and we talked about providing liquidity there where you kind of don't have impermanent loss either because you're providing two assets that are essentially the same price. Well, you can do the same thing on a platform like Tomb Finance, where you're providing liquidity for Tomb and Phantom. Now, if you don't know what Tomb is an asset that is pegged to the price of Phantom. So essentially, it's almost the same price. But there are a few differences here, and that's because of the way that Tomb interacts. So check out Tomb Finance if that's something you're interested in. Again, do your own research because things can go wrong so easily. But I mean, here you can earn 156% a year with a daily APR of 0.43%, which is nuts. It's insane to think about that. And Tomb Finance has a TVL of above $1 billion. So it's nothing small or nothing new that's just come out, yesterday. This has been here for quite a while. But yeah, learning about more complex DeFi strategies such as this is something that I would, look into, and you can make some passive income this way as well. Right, enough about providing liquidity. We've talked too much about that. Let's go into some different DeFi strategies altogether. And we're going to talk about a popular one that I've spoken about many times on the channel. This one's called Mirror Protocol. And what is Mirror? Well, they provide synthetic assets. So you can see these assets like Apple, Amazon, Facebook, but these aren't the real assets themselves. Rather, they're mirrored assets. So they're synthetic assets that track the same price of the real underlying asset using something called oracles. And what are oracles? Well, they help to connect real world data to a blockchain. And so you can click on an asset like this. You can buy some Facebook shares here, but how do you make passive income like that? You're not getting paid dividends from these shares. Well, you can go to the farm section on the side and you'll find that you can actually go long and short on some of these stocks. And these numbers here represent the percentage that you're paid for doing so. And so, for example, let's say you're bullish on Twitter, well, you can go long on it. You can get paid 23% in passive income to do that. Now, a strategy that I talked about on my channel, and this is the intermediate strategy I wanted to talk about, was going long and short on the same asset. And therefore, it doesn't matter if Twitter goes up, doesn't matter if Twitter goes down. You are completely delta neutral, and you can basically claim this 20% and claim that 15% and earn some nice passive income that way. Again, if you want to know about how to exactly set this strategy up, there's a video on my channel. So again, I'll leave a link in the description for that, but go check that one out too. And you can earn some passive income with these synthetic assets, which is pretty cool because, like I mentioned, it doesn't matter if Twitter goes up, doesn't matter if Twitter goes down. You're delta neutral, you're safe, and you can just claim those rewards. Now, what form do these rewards come in? Well, they come in the form of the Mirror token, and you can go to this page here and claim your rewards. They get updated in real time. So, every single day you'll notice that your reward pile just keeps increasing. You can claim them every day, every week, every month, whenever you want, and you can do whatever you want with those rewards. You can sell them, you can keep them, you can stake them. There's many different options. So yeah, definitely go check out Mirror for the delta neutral strategy. Right, let's move on to something a little bit more crazy, and this is Olympus. Now, if you don't know what Olympus is one of the top cryptocurrencies. Let's have a look. If I just connect my keyboard, where is Olympus? Here. So Olympus, let's just search it. Why can I not find it? Let's just search it here. Oh, it's of course called OM, isn't it? That's why. Okay. Please visit here. Okay, I don't know why this is not right. Okay, forget about that. Olympus is one of the top cryptocurrencies. I'm gonna try find it because I really want to just see it here. Where is it? It's in the top 100 for sure. Maybe I'm just blind and I just have gone past it. Or maybe it's just not on here for some reason. Okay, never mind. Forget it. Olympus is one of the top cryptocurrencies by market cap. And to kind of understand why it is, you need to understand a whole big concept called DeFi 2.0, which again, I will talk about in future. But what can you do with Olympus? Well, you can go to the dashboard as I am right now. I think I need to be on the Ethereum mainnet. Okay, so you can go to the Olympus dashboard here, and yeah, this looks really complicated, but you can see, look, this is why it's in the top 100. It's got a market cap of 2.6 billion, which is crazy. And you can see some metrics about the price and things like that. But you know, what actually is it? Well, Olympus is a digital reserve currency backed by some of the treasury assets that they have built up over time. And again, this video is going to go on for far too long if I go into depth about what Olympus is and how it works. So again, I might save that for another video. But if you spend some time learning about Olympus and learning about how DeFi 2.0 works, well, you can take your assets here, or you can take your Olympus, your OM here, and you can stake it for a whopping 5,254%. And you might think that is nuts. That's not sustainable. How does it work? Well, again, I think if you just study the DeFi 2.0 method, you study the fundamentals behind it, then you can kind of appreciate how this does work. Olympus is inflationary, but its backing is increasing every single day the more people deposit liquidity in. Again, it's going to go into too much detail and this video will be far too long. So I don't have too much time to explain this today. But again, if you're interested, drop a comment down below and I'll talk about Olympus and how they're actually able to maintain a 5,000% APY. Because, I mean, it's been going on for a long time and it's working quite well. Anyway, a fork of Olympus is called Wonderland, Time Wonderland. It's again, really big. We're talking in the $1 billion market cap here. Let me just switch to Avalanche. So this is on Avalanche, whereas Olympus is on Ethereum. So on Avalanche, again, it's the same thing. You can basically deposit some of your LP tokens, and as a reward, well, not as a reward, you're basically bonding these assets. I will explain this in another video if you're interested. But essentially, you can do the same thing here, where you take your assets here and stake them. And at Wonderland, you're getting paid 65,000 APY, which is pretty insane. You can see that the reward here is about 10% every 5 days that you make, which is, again, that's just insane, even thinking about it. But again, Time Wonderland has been here for a long time. How does it work? Again, you need to understand DeFi 2.0, which I will save for another video. But yeah, you can go to a platform like this, stake your assets, and some passive income that way. So that's pretty much the three different measures, the three main methods I wanted to talk about today. We talked about liquidity providing on DeFi Kingdoms. We talked about some of the auto compounding vaults on Beefy Finance. We talked about using different types of assets on Tomb Finance, and we talked about going long and short in the delta neutral strategy on Mirror. We talked about Olympus offering 5,000% APY and Time Wonderland offering 65,000% APY. These are just a few methods of earning some passive income with an intermediate kind of understanding of DeFi and how it works. Again, I don't expect any beginner to be jumping into this straight away. You do need to understand a lot of different fundamentals first. And yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you very much. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Smash the like button. Drop comments down below. I need you to drop comments down below if you've got questions about how the hell does something like this work. Drop it down below. I'll answer it. Okay? I'll be back with another video. The next video is going to be the advanced level DeFi passive income strategies. So some of them are a bit crazy. Again, I've got a lot to understand and a lot to learn before you can really delve into them. But I think some of you are at that stage. So that's all I've got. I'll be back with another video soon.